When you're making a show for the Weather Channel, you're doing the opposite of what you normally do in production, which is chase good weather. When you're making a show for the Weather Channel, you're chasing bad weather. So being a television producer, you go, okay, where's the worst weather on the planet? Alaska.
If you ever look in an ENZA manual, like everything that you're not supposed to do is basically what we were looking at. It's almost like they put the wrong wind turbines in Nome. It's so extreme that just walking around is a challenge. I can't imagine these guys having to maintain them and climb them.
I've had a lot of injuries. I'm not good with cold, and we were often in waist-high snow and very slippery, tricky conditions. It was 50 below, sideways blizzard. Could almost not see your hand in front of your face, and we just made the best of it.
I was actually sitting on one of the generators wondering what it was. I was like, what the hell is this thing? Because you think it's a rock. You don't know what it is. It's just buried in snow and ice, and it's actually part of the motor that's supposed to be, 200 feet up in the air. Our safety climber, he looks at the first tower that we're looking at. He's like, there's no way I'm letting you guys climb. But from the crew's perspective, this is cool. This is going to make a really cool TV show. We've been on a plane for almost 24 hours. So we're not thinking we're going to get to the top, and he's just going to put the kibosh on the whole thing, but he did. There's 6 guys here who make a living doing this. Here's this guy who's saying, no, you're not allowed to go work and make money today and help generate energy for the community that is depending on you. The locals' reaction was basically, we have to climb. There's no choice. I mean, look around. That one's broken, that's not spinning. This one, we don't know where the motor is. I mean, we gotta work. We got a lot of work to do. Our safety expert was like, I get it. I don't condone it, but you guys do what you have to do.
Normal for them, it's completely not normal for me.
So we as a crew have to do what we have to do. If these people are climbing, we have to go shoot it.
Brian Garrity was the cameraman who climbed and was up there waiting for those guys. And he's an absolute stud.
To accomplish what he did, climb up this wind tower that's literally about half an inch covered in ice. And now you have to climb to the very, very top with a camera. It's crazy. I mean, there's really no other way to describe it. It's the most unsafe, the most ridiculous climb I've ever witnessed. Here, we're dealing with the worst conditions, ideal for failure. Cameras were freezing up, lenses were fogging up, batteries weren't keeping charge because, sub-zero temperatures.
That was the biggest thing because, these guys are literally risking their lives climbing on iced over pegs. And if we can't shoot it, I mean, I just want to shoot myself.
We're at the airport in Nome again, but it looks good today. I think we have a really good chance of flying out.
There might be a window opportunity open in about 2 hours.
It took us 2 days to get out. The storm kept picking up. A lot of people just bailed. I think the locals, they just understood. They just went, see ya, We hung and waited for that window. And there were a lot of false starts. In a strange way, a type of camaraderie was formed within that airport. So I got to know a lot of things about Alaska that I wouldn't have known any other way, and actually made some buddies that I'm still in contact with. The next morning, started all over again, and then they said, sorry, the plane is frozen to the runway. At some point at the end of that day, we got out. It was an adventure.